Hello, my name is Hal. I'm the manager of the Silversmith Power and Light Company hydroelectric station at Sandon, BC, and something I've been directly involved with for 54 years today. And I'm going to share a letter that my partner and I wrote, and I want to convey it to you in my own voice for your consideration. I didn't take this on to get rich. I didn't take it on for subsidies, and I didn't take it on because it was easy. I took it on because I made a promise. I promised Eugene, the man who dedicated his life to this plant, that I would do everything I could to keep it alive, to keep it working, and to keep it out of the hands of the wreckers. And I've kept that promise for decades. But what people need to understand is this: the plant didn't survive by accident. When mining ended in Sandon, this power plant had no future unless it was connected to the BC Hydro grid. It was isolated, it was old, and it would have been easy to walk away. But at that exact time, governments, especially the federal government, were actively encouraging new power producers to step forward. Electricity demand was rising, capacity was limited, and governments were openly saying, "We need more generation. We want private, local, and municipal producers involved." This wasn't speculation, this was policy. Connecting this plant to the grid was encouraged, supported, and aligned with government direction at that time. It was also strongly recommended by senior leadership at BC Hydro. And there were promises, clear promises. If we invested millions, if we brought the plant into compliance with modern standards, if we met the highest technical and environmental standards, if we produced certified green electricity, then we would receive fair pricing, long-term stability, and a level playing field. We didn't gamble on this. We acted in good faith, based on government direction and written policy. So we formed a new company. We took on regulatory responsibility as a utility. We raised capital. We fulfilled all the technical requirements and preserving all the heritage elements. And we committed to keeping this plant alive for the long term. Then the rules changed. British Columbia withdrew from the federal green power framework. The green tariff disappeared. Market access vanished. Even though this plant qualified, even though it became the first federally certified green hydroelectric plant in Western Canada, there was suddenly nowhere to sell that power at a fair price in BC. Overnight, we were treated as junk power. While governments paid hundreds of dollars per megawatt hour to import electricity from outside Canada, often coal-fired, this clean domestic plant was paid a fraction of that, sometimes less than 10%. We were expected to pay 100% of taxes, 100% of royalties, 100% of water rentals, 100% of regulatory costs, while our revenues were slashed to levels no operation could survive on. At the same time, monopoly control tightened. Local producers were pushed out. Contracts weren't renewed. New entrants were blocked. Communities that wanted to generate their own power were defeated at every turn. Today, British Columbia has gone from exporting electricity to importing it, while eliminating its own domestic producers. And this plant, a Canadian historic icon, is now one of the very last family-run hydro utilities left. In fact, I can safely say the only one left. That's where we are now. Not because this plant failed, not because it isn't efficient, but because fairness disappeared. Electricity isn't just another commodity. It controls your heat, your lights, your food supply, your hospitals, your economy. When electricity is controlled by a closed monopoly, with no transparency, no competition, and no accountability, you lose control, even if you don't see it yet. And once local power producers are gone, they don't come back. Governments don't change direction because of news stories. They don't change because of reports gathering dust. They change when citizens speak up. And the most powerful thing you can do is simple. Write to your MLA. Write to your MP. You don't need technical language. You don't need to be an expert. Just say this. I want transparency in electricity pricing. I want fairness for domestic power producers. I want local participation in power generation, not less. And I want this historic clean power plant kept alive. That's it. One letter matters more than 1,000 likes. 10 letters get attention. 100 force answers. I should have retired years ago, but I'm still here because this matters. Because once this plant is gone, it's gone forever. And because the future of electricity in this province is being decided quietly, without you at the table. This isn't about nostalgia. It's about fairness. And it's about energy security. And it's about keeping Canadian power in Canadian hands. If you care about the future, now is the time to speak. And thank you for listening. And thank you for acting.
Hi. Before you go, I want to say thank you so much for watching and listening. You took the time to watch, you took the time to listen. And I know the majority of you care about this historic hydroelectric station. If this matters to you, even just a little bit, please visit our website, sandoninthekootenays.ca. Save our historical hydroelectric station. Everything you need is there. You'll find how to contact your MLA, your MP. You can write in your own words, or you can use our letter at the bottom of the page. We've even included a simple iPhone and iPad tutorial to make it easy for you to do that. Every message matters. Every voice counts. Thank you to our supporters, our followers, and everyone standing up for heritage, for fairness, and for local power generation. Please take a moment, visit the site, and help us protect this historic hydroelectric station for future generations. Thanks, you guys.